Stick a needle in that kid's arm, it's gonna go right through him.
Come on, girls.
Look at that. He's making me cry.
3, 2, 1. 70. Kill it! Kill the reactors!
No! I can do this!
The movie begins in 1942 at the bloodiest time of the World War II. A Hydra officer named Johann Schmidt invades a village with his Nazi regiment to steal a blue, glowing, mysterious object called the Tesseract. The Tesseract has some supernatural powers that can change the course of not only the Second World War, but also the whole world.
Open it!
It has taken me a long time to find this place.
What you seek is just a legend.
Then why make such an effort to conceal it? It's the jewel of Odin's treasure room. It's not something one buries. You must have some friends out there, some little grandchildren, perhaps. Yggdrasil, tree of the world.
It's not for the eyes of ordinary men. You cannot control the power you hold. You will burn!
I already have.
In New York, the military recruitment process for World War II is ongoing. While checking the documents, a thin boy named Steve Rogers from Brooklyn is rejected in his 5th attempt to enlist. He tried to enlist from different cities, but in vain. He is rejected due to various health issues. Although he always dreams of serving his country as a soldier, his health and physical appearance always get in his way.
Give me a chance.
You've been eligible on your asthma alone.
Every able-bodied young man is lining up to serve his country.
Play the movie already.
Hey, you want to show some respect?
Just start the cartoon.
Hey, you want to shut up? I can do this all day.
Oh, you're from Paramus now. You know it's illegal to lie on the enlistment form.
Sergeant James Barnes, shipping out for England first thing tomorrow.
Come on, man. Well, last night. Gotta get you cleaned up.
Steve accompanies Barnes to an event about future technologies held by a famous engineer, Howard Stark. He attempts to enlist again in the military. Barnes tells him that he can't be selected for the military, and he should do some other work. He also offers to collect scrap metal in his wagon. But Steve says he wants to try again and serve his country. Their conversation is heard by Dr. Abraham Erskine, the representative of the Strategic Scientific Reserve. He decides to choose Steve for his super soldier experiment after noticing his patriotism and determination. Dr. Erskine invented a special serum in Germany that enhances human physicality and powers. He talks to Steve when he is waiting for his physical test. He checks his documents and asks where he belongs. Erskine tells Steve that he is from Germany, but is now aiding America. He is impressed after learning that Steve has attempted 5 times to enlist.
5 exams in 5 different cities.
That might not be the right file.
It's the 5 tries. Do you want to kill Nazis?
I don't want to kill anyone. I don't like bullies. I don't care where they're from.
Maybe what we need now is a little guy. So where is the little guy from?
Brooklyn.
Congratulations, soldier.
Johann Schmidt is seen again in a laboratory with a scientist, Dr. Zola. They are going to check and transfer the energy of the Tesseract. They successfully collect the energy of the Tesseract into the design made by Zola, and Schmidt says it can change the world. Back to Steve Rogers, who is ready to get military training. Colonel Phillip and Agent Carter come there, who are also working with Dr. Erskine. Steve can perform well in the training, but is still determined in his goal. Phillip thinks Steve is not right for the experiment, but Dr. Erskine is hopeful.
We are going to win this war because we have the best men. Our goal is to create the best army in history. He will be the first in a new breed of super soldier. We'll personally escort Adolf Hitler to the gates of hell.
That flag, first man to bring it to me gets a ride back with Agent Carter. Come on, get up there. Fall in. Let's go. Get back into formation.
Move it!
You're not really thinking about picking Rogers, are you? Stick a needle in that kid's arm, it's gonna go right through him.
Come on, girls.
He's making me cry. Hodge passed every test we gave him. He's big, he's fast.
He's a bully.
Grenade!
No, no, no! Get away! Get back! Is this a test?
He's still skinny.
At night before the experiment, when Erskine comes to Steve, he asks the reason for his selection. Erskine tells Steve about Schmidt, the leader of a Nazi division called Hydra, and compares him to Hitler. He says that, unlike Hitler, Schmidt doesn't believe in fantasy, but in the hidden powers of the earth left by gods. Erskine reveals to Steve that Schmidt also took the super soldier serum, but unfortunately suffered some issues due to its side effects. He also tells Steve that he has been selected for this experiment because of his weakness, because a weak man knows the value of power. Erskine advises Steve to stay who he is while experimenting and asks him to be a good soldier as well as a good man. Erskine offers Steve a drink, but later stops him, saying that he can't drink because he is going to get super soldier serum. They both promise each other that they will drink together someday. Zola, the head scientist of Hydra, meets Schmidt in the laboratory, and Schmidt tells him that he has traced Erskine's location. He has also sent an assassin to kill Erskine and to steal the super soldier serum. He believes that he will definitely win if the serum is taken away from them.
I know this neighborhood. I got beat up in that alley, in that parking lot.
You start running, they'll never let you stop. I guess I just don't know why you'd want to join the army if you were a beautiful dame. An agent, not a dame. You are beautiful, but...
You have no idea how to talk to a woman, do you?
I think this is the longest conversation I've had with one. Women aren't exactly lining up to dance with the guy they might step on.
They reach a hidden laboratory where Dr. Erskine and other scientists are waiting for them. Dr. Erskine informs others that they are going to take the first step toward peace. The serum infusion into Steve's major muscles will cause immediate cellular change. He also announces that Steve will be saturated with the Vita rays for growth.
Somebody get that kid a sandwich.
Mr. Stark, how are your levels?
Levels at 100%.
Good. We take not another step towards annihilation on the path to peace.
Serum infusion
will cause immediate cellular change.
That wasn't so bad.
That was penicillin.
3, 2, 1.
%, 30, 70.
Steven! Shut it down!
Steven! Kill it! Kill the reactors!
No! I can do this!
That's 100%!
Son of a did it.
I did it.
Yeah. I think we did it.
You look taller.
Stop him!
Sorry! I'm sorry!
Wait, don't! Don't!
Go get him! I can swim!
Cut off one head. 2 more shall take its place. Hail Hydra!
The remaining super soldier serum is also wasted in the fight. Schmidt tells some army officers he has new Tesseract-powered weapons that can turn a human into dust. When the officers realize that Schmidt intends to target Germany, they criticize him.
Hitler speaks of a 1,000-year Reich, but he cannot feed his armies for a month.
And I suppose you still aim to win this war through magic?
My weapons contain enough destructive power to decimate every hostile capital on Earth.
Berlin is on this map.
Hail Hydra!
Hail Hydra!
Hail Hydra!
Strategic Scientific Reserve is instructed to fight Hydra directly, and Colonel Philip informs Agent Carter and others that they are leaving for London. Steve wishes to accompany them, but Philip refuses to take him, saying that he is not enough for the battle. In fact, they do not want Steve to fight in the actual battlefield, because he is the only recipient of the super soldier serum, which has been lost. U.S. Senator Brandt offers Steve a nationwide tour as Captain America to keep up the morale of the U.S. nation and to promote the war bonds. He has to perform in stage shows wearing a special costume, but he thinks that his potential is being wasted. He gets fame in no time among people and also gets a chance to appear in films and comic books. In November 1943, Steve is performing for active servicemen in Italy when they mock him.
Bring back the girls! Nice boots, Tinkerbell!
He leaves the stage with a heavy heart because he does not want to perform anymore. He wants to take part in active fighting. Agent Carter says to Steve that he can do much more than this. Steve tells her that he always dreamt of fighting on the front line for his country, but unfortunately, he couldn't do this. Steve learns that his friend Barnes' unit was lost in a fight with Hydra.
I have signed more of these condolence letters today than I would care to count. The name does sound familiar. I'm sorry.
But if you know where they are, why not at least...
They're 30 miles behind the lines. I don't expect you to understand that because you're a chorus girl. If I read the posters correctly, you got someplace to be in 30 minutes.
What do you plan to do? Walk to Austria?
If that's what it takes.
Steve!
You told me you thought I was meant for more than this. Did you mean that?
Every word. Where's my helmet?
Anyone seen Roger?
She and Stark help him to reach behind enemy lines. At the main factory of Hydra, Zola is informing Schmidt that the production of weapons using the Tesseract's powers continues according to the schedule. They are using the soldiers in prison for labor work. Steve, on the other hand, manages to sneak into the Hydra main factory and starts freeing the soldiers from prison. He also asks them about Barnes and learns that there is an isolation ward in the factory, but no one ever comes back from it. Steve keeps searching for Barnes while freed soldiers start destroying everything in their way.
Who are you supposed to be?
Captain America.
Beg your pardon?
The tree line is northwest, 80 yards past the gate. Get out fast and give him hell.
Use that thing.
No!
What are you doing?
Our forces are outmatched.
3255.
Bucky.
What happened to you?
I joined the army.
Captain America! How exciting!
You see, I was his greatest success.
You don't have one of those, do you?
We have left humanity behind.
Then how come you're running?
Steve and Barnes hardly manage to escape the factory. Senator Brandt is informed that Stephen went missing behind enemy lines and might be killed. Agent Carter tells Philip that the last surveillance flight is back and there is no sign of activity. Carter says she has no regret about what she did. Philip thinks Carter has a crush on Steve, but she denies it. Meanwhile, Steve, Barnes, and other freed soldiers arrive there with tanks and weapons. Everybody appreciates Steve, while he tells Philip that some of the soldiers need medical assistance. Steve is awarded the Medal of Valor and gets respect and acknowledgement among senior officers. He is also allowed to fight directly in the war as Captain America after his seniors realize that he has potential. Steve tells Philip that he needs a team to wipe out Hydra, and especially Schmidt. He then recruits Barnes and other soldiers into his team called the Howling Commandos. Barnes says to Steve that he has to follow the little boy from Brooklyn, who was too dumb to run away from a fight.
You ready to follow Captain America into the jaws of death?
But you're keeping the outfit, right?
You know what? It's kind of growing on me.
I see your top squad is prepping for duty. I might, even when this is all over, go dancing. 0800, Captain.
Yes, ma'am.
Mission signature is unusual. Alpha Beta Ray neutral. Write that down.
Steve goes to meet Stark, where a woman starts flirting with him, and Agent Carter comes there. She does not like Steve's act and says to him that he is like all the other ordinary men. Stark shows Steve some of the equipment and tells him its uses and benefits. Steve picks a shield made of vibranium, and Stark tells him that it is stronger than steel.
Vibranium is stronger than steel and a third the weight. That's the rarest metal on Earth. What you're holding there, that's all we've got.
What do you think?
Yes, I think it works.
I had some ideas about the uniform.
Whatever you want, pal.
Cannot outwit a simpleton with a shield!
This is hardly my area of expertise.
We fought to the last man.
Evidently not.
Steve is informed that Zola is on a train, and he is instructed to open up the throttle. Steve, Barnes, and another soldier climb the train to attack Zola. Steve manages to capture Zola. Philip asks Zola why he didn't take a cyanide capsule like other Hydra agents. He also shows him a paper comprising a statement that Zola is remanded to Switzerland in exchange for his full cooperation and given information. Zola tells Colonel Philip that Schmidt believes that he walks in the footsteps of the gods and only the world itself will satisfy him. Philip asks Zola about Schmidt's target, and he says his target is everywhere. Schmidt, on the other hand, informs his army that tomorrow, Hydra will stand master of the world. He says that his enemy's weapons will be powerless against him. If his enemies cut off one head, 2 more shall take its place. Agent Carter comes to Steve, who is sad about Barnes' death. She asks him to stop blaming himself for Barnes' death if he trusts his friend. She also advises him to use his sorrow as motivation against Schmidt. Colonel Philip is reporting to the army that Schmidt is planning to destroy half of the world, starting with the US. Howard Stark claims that Schmidt's powers are beyond their capabilities, and he will wipe out the entire eastern seaboard in an hour. According to the information given by Zola, Hydra's last base is located in the Alps, 500 feet below the surface. Steve says they will attack Schmidt's last base. Firstly, Steve alone sneaks into Hydra's base and starts killing everyone.
What made you so special?
I'm just a kid from Brooklyn.
Cut off one head! 2 more!
Let's go find 2 more. I'm not kissing you.
After getting into the aircraft, Steve learns that Schmidt is going to destroy the US using mass weapons. One of Schmidt's army men tries to throw Steve down, but he manages to kill him and again gets into the aircraft. Now he reaches the place where Schmidt has kept the Tesseract. Schmidt also comes there and tries to kill Steve using his mass weapon.
You don't give up, do you? You could have the power of the gods!
Captain Rogers, what is your...
Steve, is that you? Are you all right? Give me your coordinates. I'll find you a safe landing site.
There's not going to be a safe landing. I gotta put her in the water.
Please, don't do this. We have time. We can work it out.
This is my choice. I'm gonna need a rain check on that dance.
A week next Saturday at the Stork Club. 8 o'clock on the dot. Don't you dare be late.
You know, I still don't know how to dance.
I'll show you how.
We'll have the band play something slow.
I'd hate to step on you.
Steve.
Steve sacrifices himself by crashing the aircraft into the Arctic and saves so many people. Later, Howard Stark finds the Tesseract in the ocean, but there is no sign of aircraft or Steve's body. At last, Steven is assumed to be dead. Carter becomes sad while seeing Steve's photo. Steve opens his eyes and finds himself in a hospital room in New York. A baseball match from 1941 is being broadcast on the radio, which Steve attended.
Where am I?
You're in a recovery room in New York City.
The game. It's from May 1941. I know because I was there.
All agents, code 13.
Look, I'm sorry about that little show back there, but you've been asleep, Cap, for almost 70 years. You gonna be okay?
I had a date.
I hope you guys enjoyed the recap. Be sure to subscribe and like for more awesome videos like this. And as always, thank you very much for watching.